Greetings and welcome. We're here in part number 4 of the set of videos of the play Antigone. As we said earlier in part number 3, we have Haman, the entrance of Haman in the play. And Haman will have that debate with his father. And the idea of Creon here is to go move along the plan and just execute Antigone. So nothing I told you at the end of part number 3. Then in part number 4 we're going to have Tiresias. So Tiresias is going to be here led by a boy. Remember, he's blind. He's going to be led on stage by a boy. And Creon is interested for what Tiresias has to say. Ironically, this happened to Oedipus, and remember that Oedipus in Oedipus Rex said, Tiresias, you're connected with Creon because you want my throne. He wants my throne. And Tiresias is like, dude, no, I'm just saying what's gonna happen. That's my prophecy. And ironically, we have a Creon here that is in the same spot as Oedipus. Well, not the same spot, but I'm saying the same spot because he's gonna have an advice, a prophecy from Tiresias. Tiresias will say to Oedipus, hey, you were the one who brought this calamity to this city in the first place. You brought it. And Creon is like, dude, how the hell I'm going to bring a calamity to the city? And Creon is going to be pissed off because of this. And he will say to Tiresias, you're doing all this because of money. It's a gold. You want gold. Prophets throughout history have worked like that. Prophecy, money. Tiresias will say, hey, you have to understand something. At the end of the day, wealth will never overthrow wisdom. It can't. So wisdom is much more important than wealth. You can be poor and wise. You could be rich and wise. But if you have a rich king, that is Creon, and a poor guy like Tiresias, blind, he's blind, but his mind is clear. Very wise cat. So, Tiresias will say something very interesting to Creon, and that is, Creon, you will pay corpse for corpse everything that you have done. And then Tiresias will say to the boy, boy, leave me out of here. I already said what I had to say. That corpse for a corpse thing, that will get into the head of Creon. And Creon will start to question. And he's going to think, hey, probably my decision is not the correct one. So he's starting to open the idea of listening to suggestions. And he will ask the Karagas, he will tell the Karagas, hey, I think Tiresias might be right. And also Creon will ask the Karagas for advice, and the Karagas will say, you know what, Creon, you should free up Antigone. I think that's the best option, the wisest option. So Creon automatically asks the servants for access, and he says, you know what, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna set Antigone free. So we're gonna have a great ending to our play Antigone, and only 2 deaths here. It's Eteocles and Polynices. That's it. So at least we're not gonna have as much deaths as Oedipus, but let's see what happens. We still have the 5th part. This is a set of 5 parts, and this is only part number 4. So you know what? If you want to know what happens, if you want to know if there's more killing, let's see what happens. Let's go to part 5.